Hey guys, today on People Now, have Meghan and Kate put their royal rift behind them? Insiders open up in this week's People cover story.
Plus,
you're the only ones that know it. I said it here right now.
a People Now exclusive. Real Housewives star Luann de Lesseps sets the record straight about Bethenny Frankel's involvement in her rehab.
Look how y'all look when y'all
Because
start
we
talking.
are-
Y'all don't even have no words.
Jermaine Dupri opens up about the status of his current relationship with Janet Jackson.
Modern Family star Sarah Hyland and Bachelor Nation favorite Wells Adams celebrate their engagement.
Suits star Gina Torres tells us about reprising her role as Jessica Pearson for her new Suits spinoff series.
It's all live today on People Now. Let's go.
Hey, happy Wednesday, everyone. Welcome to People Now. Good to see you halfway through the week.
Yes. Woo.
We need the clapping hands emoji to describe how we're feeling today because it turns out it is World Emoji Day, everybody.
Yes.
How we feeling about that, yeah?
You like emojis.
Excited? I do. I overuse the dying laughing one, like the really...
The one that's like crying laughing?
It's like crying, laughing
Yeah,
sideways.
yeah.
I'm always like, to be clear, I'm just joking here. Like, I want to make sure the tone's clear.
Yeah,
so I overuse it.
I do a lot of hearts too. I'm very loving. Anyway.
Like the heart eyes?
Yeah, we want to know, what is your most used emoji to celebrate
You've never
this
given
day?
me hearts or heart eyes. So
Is it the crying face? Is it the
sad.
sunglasses face? Is it the crying laughing face? Or is it the heart eyes? Maybe something else. Answer in our People poll or tweet us with the hashtag PeopleNow.
We're going to check in on that in a little bit, but for now, here's what you need to know and what's trending today. We begin with this. The royal sisters-in-law are closer than ever. In this week's People cover story, we take a closer look at the bond the royal moms share and how they're putting reports of a royal rift behind them. Kate Middleton and Meghan Markle seem to relish in their time uninterrupted by children while accompanying one another to Wimbledon on Saturday. It was a big moment. We've been following it. Chatting alongside Kate's sister, Pippa Middleton, an insider says the royal moms were genuine and sweet together. Even when Meghan's good friend Serena Williams lost the ladies' final match, an onlooker observed Kate put her hand out and rubbed Meghan's back to console her. Of that sweet moment, royal commentator Victoria Arbiter says it illustrated a warm relationship between these women who have young babies and are in similar situations in their lives. Another insider adds that the two are each a little more relaxed and have more in common now. You might remember just 3 days earlier, Meghan and Kate were seen with their children at Prince William and Prince Harry's charity polo match. We'll have more insight on their interactions during their first public playdate together later on in the show. Stick around for that. As well as that epic meeting between Meghan and Beyonce, we're going to talk about that European premiere of The Lion King. We're getting insight into what exactly Bey and Meghan were talking about. While Meghan Markle may have found a new friend in the palace, life in the public eye isn't always easy. Markle and Prince Harry met a number of celebrities on Sunday night during their appearance at The Lion King premiere in London, including Pharrell Williams. The Grammy winner took the opportunity to congratulate the royal couple on their relationship. He said in part, "Love is amazing, it's wonderful, don't ever take that for granted, but what it means in today's climate, I just wanted to tell you it's so significant for so many of us. Seriously, it's significant. We cheer you guys on." I like that, really encouraging words. Meghan can be then heard responding with "thank you. They don't make it easy," possibly referencing the criticism the couples faced in the UK media about their decision to raise their 2-month-old son Archie as a private citizen. Now, in another video of the royal duo greeting members of the movie's cast, Billy Eichner was spotted hilariously preparing his greeting to the royal couple. He even reacted to the captured moment on Twitter, saying, quote, "OMG, here I am completely freaking out to Seth Rogen about how I'm going to greet Prince Harry and Meghan. I'm crying." Of course, so funny whenever Billy does anything. Billy went on to describe their encounter, saying, "By the way, they were both super down to earth and lovely, and Meghan and I talked about our Northwestern acting teachers." So there you go. All right, we move on to this. Watch.
I think it's un-American. Un-American. It is unbecoming of the President of the United States. I think it defiles the office of the President of the United States. It is irresponsible. It is hateful. It is hurtful. And he has taken the presidency to a new low. He needs to go back where he came from and leave that office.
All right, strong words there from Kamala Harris in an interview with CNN as she reacts to President Trump's Twitter attack on the 4 Democratic congresswomen of color known as the Squad. Harris, who is the daughter of an immigrant, also points out in the interview that it's one thing to hear such words on the street, it's another thing to hear these words from the President of the United States. Meanwhile, on Tuesday night, the Democratic-led House of Representatives voted to condemn the, quote, racist comments the president made on Twitter. The resolution passed with 240 votes to 187, despite strong opposition by the Republican Party. Only 4 Republicans voted for the measure, which carries no real legal repercussions and is unlikely to affect Trump's diehard conservative base. Now, shortly after the resolution passed, Texas Representative Al Green introduced articles of impeachment against the president, which could potentially force a vote on impeachment this week. At least for now, a majority of the House Democrats appear to oppose impeachment. That's according to the Associated Press. It looks like Donald Trump is not backing down either, as he launched a series of tweets Wednesday morning. He started off by praising the Republican Party for showing a united front in the House, then went on to quote Louisiana Senator John Kennedy by tweeting in part, quote, "In America, if you hate our country, you're free to leave. The simple fact of the matter is the 4 congresswomen think that America is wicked in its origins. They think that America is even more wicked now, that we are all racist and evil." Continuing to quote the senator, Trump added, "I just think they're left-wing cranks. They're the reason there are directions on a shampoo bottle, and we should ignore them." The squad has moved the Democrat Party substantially left. The senator's quote continues, "I'm appalled that so many of our presidential candidates are falling all over themselves to try to agree with the 4 horsewomen of the apocalypse. I'm entitled to say that they are whack jobs." Very heated debate and continuing friction there. We'll keep you posted. Now let's move on to this.
Left the rehab that I got you for free 2 weeks early and said,
I didn't leave
you
2
said,
weeks early.
Yes, you did. You
No,
left
I
early.
I left a week early to go because I had to
It was
work.
cabaret.
Yes, and I needed to go.
Sicko.
Well, that was one of many intense moments from season 11 of The Real Housewives of New York. Part 2 of the New York reunion premieres Thursday. Ahead of the episode, though, Luann de Lesseps has some things to clarify. We sat down with Luann to break down all that drama, including Bethenny Frankel's Miami meltdown that led to Bethenny calling Luann intolerable. During that heated scene where the girls accused Luann of being self-centered, Bethenny implies that she may have paid Luann's rehab treatment. But now Luann speaking out on the matter for the first time, saying that it's not 100% true. Watch this.
No, she didn't. She helped. But the network actually paid for that. So I want to clarify that. You're the only ones that know it. I said it here right now.
There you go.
Hey.
She helped make that happen, absolutely, and I give her credit for that. But the network covered that for me, which was great. And you know, I did reach out to her about Dennis. So I say in scene, this is not true, and I do say that. I don't go after her and say this is not true and that's not true, because I felt like she was having a meltdown. The last thing I needed to do was reproach her, and so I didn't, and I think that was probably the better way to go, because I think she would have just gotten worse.
Getting the real scoop from Luann there.
Yeah, I felt like she was very, in some ways, anxious to get that off her chest and clear the air on some of those
and
issues.
she was really honest with us about her sobriety, about some of the drama going on, so we'll have a lot more with her, too. She was great.
Yeah, more from Luann tomorrow on People Now, ahead of that reunion part 2, which is on Thursday night. Make sure to tune in for that. For now, you have more for us in Star Treks.
Yes, we are kicking off Star Treks today with wedding bells for one of the cutest couples around. So who needs a rose when you have an engagement ring? Actress Sarah Hyland and Bachelor Nation alum Wells Adams got engaged this week, and we were very happy for them. Sarah shared the special moment on Tuesday on Instagram with a caption inspired by the 90s movie It Takes Two. She wrote, "That can't eat, can't sleep, reach for the stars, over the fence, World Series kind of stuff." Ooh. Very cute. Wells shared a video of the moment as well as some of the sweet photos of the two on his Instagram with the caption, "I'll be Johnny, you be June, but forever." And the love song, "I Like to Be With Me When I'm With You" by Drew Holcomb and the Neighbors was playing in the background. So he put a lot of thought into it. And for people who don't know how they met, Sarah is a huge Bachelor fan. She'd been very vocal about her not-so-secret crush on Wells since he first appeared on JoJo Fletcher's season of The Bachelorette in 2016. Sarah and Wells initially flirted with each other on Twitter the same year, but weren't officially dating until the fall of 2017. After seemingly confirming their relationship by dressing up in a couple's Stranger Things costume for Halloween in 2017, Sarah and Wells split time together between Nashville, where Wells lived at the time, and LA, which is Sarah's home base. They often documented their time together on Snapchat and Instagram, and we've been following playing along. The two have been living in Los Angeles together since August of 2018. The couple celebrated their 1-year anniversary in October of 2018, and Sarah told People that moving in together brought them closer, while Wells said this about the relationship, quote, "It's been really weirdly normal." That question gets asked a lot because you expect the answer to be like, it's crazy because it's in the spotlight, but for whatever reason, it's been really nice and normal and wonderful, which is so great to hear. We can't wait to hear more about their upcoming wedding plans, but for now, congrats to the happy couple. And we're staying on the theme of bachelor weddings as we move on to this. Watch.
I will be honest, I told Jared it was a good thing that I had a ring on my finger when Joe Jonas had his wedding, because it would have been a couple rough weeks for me. I'm not kidding you.
Wow, laying it out there. Well, we're not too worried about Bachelor bride-to-be Ashley Iaconetti, who has her own fairy tale love story with fiancé Jared Hapen to celebrate these days. Ashley gathered with some of her closest family and friends this weekend for a romantic comedy-themed bridal shower, which was right up Ashley's alley.
Truly, honestly, Jared may have been the only guy ever who had me at hello. It was love at first sight in a way that I've never experienced before. To have this bridal shower so personalized to me and my absolute passion for romantic comedies is the most amazing thing ever. Jared and my theme for our wedding is kind of romantic movies. He likes chick flicks. He likes rom-coms, but he's a drama guy. So today I really wanted to celebrate the fact that I kind of got my own rom-com. I used to watch them with just heart eyes, like that heart eye emoji was me watching The Wedding Planner and 27 Dresses, and I always related to those female leads. And I was like, one day I know I'm gonna get my rom-com. And then I truly did. And we need to write the script because it's too good for it not to be out there on the big screen. I think it still feels super surreal that we're so close to the wedding day. I'm scared of the day after the wedding. I think it's less than a month to the day after the wedding, and then my wedding is gonna be over. The day that I look forward to for my entire life is done. So I'm scared for it to come because then it's gonna be over. But I'm really excited for the entire weekend because I feel like we're gonna have 3 straight days of what today was together. So I'm really, really excited about that.
She is so happy, you can tell. Now, if the bridal shower was any indication, we think their wedding is going to be pretty amazing. Very happy People could be there exclusively for all the fun this weekend to kind of get that insider scoop on everything. And there was one familiar face in attendance this weekend. Fellow Bachelor alum Jade Roper Tolbert was there, who watched Ashley fall for Jared on the 2nd season of Bachelor in Paradise. Now, they've since grown super close, and Jade gave us her insider's take on Ashley and Jared's love story.
When I think about the friends that I'm very thankful for, it's crazy that this show has brought me people like Ashley, but she's one of my best friends. This is everything Ashley's dreamed for. Sometimes Tanner and I, in casual conversation, if we're talking about Ashley and Jared, we'll just be like, isn't it crazy that they're actually getting married? Because we've seen it from the very beginning and just their whole relationship evolve into what it is now. And it's something so special, and to be here and to hear all of Ashley's friends and family and Jared's mom talk about their love is just a really, I don't know, it just feels like everything's come full circle and it just feels so right for her. Their life literally is a rom-com.
Love their friendship. And you might have noticed that Jade is a little bit pregnant, and Ashley and Jared's wedding is next month, so that could pose a problem here. Jade broke it down for us.
If the baby comes early enough, we're gonna try to swing it and make it to the wedding. We didn't plan for this to happen, and of course, I'm due the day before their wedding. I am a bridesmaid, and so I do have a dress and everything. Emmy is going to be the flower girl if she can make it. There's a second flower girl too, so if we're there, she'll be in the wedding. Tanner is the officiant. And we've talked about scenarios about how he would be able to go and how he probably wouldn't. And if I'm still pregnant by the time the date rolls around, he probably won't go just because I'd like him to be there. Yeah, and they understand and they have a backup officiant, but I'm still putting out the good vibes. It breaks my heart thinking about not being there, and so I'm just fingers crossed, hopes the universe comes together so we can be there.
We are crossing our fingers too. We hope they make it. As for Ashley, she is stoked for the big day, but she did reveal to us the one thing that is worrying her the most.
I think I've been a little close to tears, but I haven't really had any fall from my face yet, which is still my number one concern, that I'm gonna like walk down the aisle just like totally beaming and smiling and not cry, which would be the absolute opposite of my stereotypical self. I just feel so backstabbed.
Okay, it's Ashley I. She has to cry, right? It's gonna happen. And those are your Star Tracks for today.
Stay with us, guys. We've got more from our revealing interview with record exec Jermaine Dupri, including where he stands today with his ex, Janet Jackson. The new Suits spinoff, Pearson, premieres tonight. We'll be joined live by star Gina Torres to break down everything you can expect.
All right, to celebrate World Emoji Day, we've been asking you to vote on your most used emoji.
I'm actually curious to see what the result is.
I think it's gonna.
Oh,
that one.
that's the one I was talking
I think
about.
a lot of people use that. Because like you were saying before, Jeremy, sometimes you say something you're like, oh, I hope they know I'm joking.
Right.
And that's the perfect emoji for that.
And it's a sort of like, it's an over.
Yeah, you're like, haha, right? You know this is a joke.
Everyone needs to just do the smile. Like tone it down a little.
Slight smile?
Just a slight smile.
Yeah, but that
then
makes
it's sarcastic.
yeah, that is sarcastic.
Keep voting, guys. For now, we move on to this. Lil Nas X's Old Town Road has a new spin. Listen.
Gonna take my horse through the Old Town Road.
Here we go. The chart-topping single, which has been the country's #1 song for the past 15 weeks, now has an Area 51-themed remix titled Old Town Raid, alongside this hilarious animated video.
So the video features the cartoon likenesses of Lil Nas X, Young Thug, Billy Ray Cyrus, Mason Ramsey. The whole cowboy crew saddles up to partake in the raid on the mysterious extraterrestrial Area 51. Actor Keanu Reeves also makes a cartoon cameo in the video, doing a Naruto-style run in the raid.
Okay.
The video has now gained nearly 3 million views since being uploaded on Tuesday.
It's a very interesting video. I watched the whole thing. Now, the remix is a result of an online obsession that has gone viral about Area 51. For those of you that may be unfamiliar, Area 51 is the United States Air Force facility in Nevada that is highly classified. So, of course, people have speculated over the years that they may be hiding aliens within the facility.
Now, this whole thing started off as kind of a joke, has grown into a life of its own. A Facebook event titled Storm Area 51, They Can't Stop All of Us, was created. Alien enthusiasts kind of behind it. They planned for an apparent mass storming of the famed Area 51 area. The event has 1.5 million people attending, another million interested in going.
Wow. Lil Nas originally got involved in the raid fund after fans created a GoFundMe to have him play his hit song at the event. This is getting extreme, but the artist did one better than that, quickly confirming his interest and tweeting out that he would do it for free, and then going the extra step by surprising his fans with this music video.
Lil Nas isn't the only one getting in on the fun, though. The event has turned into this giant meme. One fan hilariously writing on Twitter, "My alien that I snuck out of Area 51 asking for the Wi-Fi password."
Another fan tweeting how I'm pulling up to Area 51 versus how I'm leaving Area 51.
Miley Cyrus joining in on the fun, tweeting out this throwback pic captioned, "Me and Selena Gomez on our way to Area 51."
She also tweeted this hilarious selfie saying that one time at Area 51.
Kevin Jonas posted this video of an animated alien dancing along to the Jonas Brothers' new music, captioned, "Happiness Begins Tour" at the post-raid rave.
I like that all the celebs are getting in on the fun, right? While the Facebook event and all the memes appear to be in good fun, the Air Force isn't sharing in the humor.
Yeah, a spokeswoman for the Armed Services Branch warned people of the dangers of storming the Area 51 location. It was all in a New York Times report.
Yeah, the Air Force spokeswoman told the Times that the military was aware of the Facebook event, adding, quote, "Any attempt to illegally access military installations or military training areas is dangerous."
Boom, 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 boom. Look, it really is serious. If that would happen, people have literally been shot for entering that area. So
it's a joke, so don't
The
go
whole thing's
there.
a joke, and it should be treated as a joke. It's fun to play around with it, but don't really go there, everybody. All right, let's move on to this.
Denise Richards is explaining why she did not take half of the money during her divorce from actor Charlie Sheen. During the season 9 reunion of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, the actress revealed that Charlie Sheen was almost bankrupt before the two got married. Now, they divorced in 2006. They have 2 daughters, 14-year-old Lola and 15-year-old Sam. Now, earlier in the season, Denise revealed she and Sheen did not have a prenup.
In a flashback clip shown on the reunion show, Denise is seen saying, quote, "I could have asked for half of what he made." She added, quote, "I did not because I ain't a greedy, bleeding sleeping whore.
Well, there you have it.
Just kind of putting it out there, yeah.
Now, meanwhile, in the same episode, we saw Camille Grammer defend her $30 million divorce settlement with ex Kelsey Grammer. Now, their divorce was finalized in February of 2011. They share a 17-year-old daughter, Mason, and a 14-year-old son, Jude.
According to court documents obtained by People in October of 2011, Camille was awarded 50% of Kelsey's 401k account from the time of their marriage in 1997 to the separation in 2010. Now, she told host Andy Cohen, quote, "I just don't sit back buying fancy clothes and shoving bonbons in my face. I mean, I worked hard." That was her quote.
That's a lot of money, so if you wanted to, you probably could. She also defended her decision to continue using Kelsey's last name despite the divorce, saying it was primarily for the kids. At that, Denise interjected, saying, "I couldn't wait to get rid of mine. Sorry." Camille then explained that she took the Grammer name off of social media, but that it's still on her passport. And although she's now remarried, Camille says that new hubby David Meyer doesn't seem to mind.
Yeah, it's kind of like they can do whatever they want, right? They shouldn't have to
if you want to
defend.
keep the name, you can keep it.
Every situation's different. All right, no rift here. Kate Middleton and Meghan Markle are showing a united front as they bond over motherhood and become more confident in their royal roles.
And joining us now to talk the truth about their friendship is royal expert and People senior news editor Erin Hill. Erin, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
So, Saturday, Wimbledon, you see them together. What's your take?
Yeah, this was an amazing display of unity. Definitely saw a lot of sweet moments between the two of them, a lot of whispers and
Consoling,
even when Meghan's good friend Serena lost. Kate reached out a hand and kind of, patted her on the back, like consoling her. So it was really sweet and genuine.
And Meghan sat between Kate and Pippa. Was that on purpose, you think?
It was. I mean, the royals don't do anything by accident. This was deliberate positioning, and it's really just to show that Meghan is a part of this, a part of this royal family. She is being welcomed in also by Kate's sister. So there's a real friendship between the three women.
And look, Kate truly understands what Meghan's going through. Raising a royal in the public eye obviously can't be easy. Not a thing that people can relate to, everyday people. So how is this bringing them closer? Because Kate's talked before about how motherhood can be isolating and lonely at times.
Right, they're a part of this exclusive club of two, of these royal moms raising kids under this immense pressure and this spotlight. So Kate has spoken up really often within her charity work of supporting young moms, and she's certainly equipped to help Meghan with this. And they really share this bond that nobody else can really relate to.
Well, one thing that will bond mothers like no other are play dates. And just 3 days before the Wimbledon appearance, they had this very public play date at Prince William and Prince Harry's charity polo match. Nice to see the kids all playing together, everybody there. Give us some insight into their interaction there.
It is. We're seeing more relaxed Meghan and Kate, more confident, and a lot of sweet moments. We saw at one point George was tickling Archie's toes, which was really cute. Of course, that amazing moment with Louis wearing Kate's sunglasses, beaming up at Meghan and Archie. So we got a glimpse into what the cousins are like together, and Meghan and Kate as moms.
Yeah.
Yeah, and these pictures of them as this united front comes after, Meghan and Harry moved from Kensington Palace to Windsor, about 25 miles away. But actually, this move has really helped their relationship, right?
It has. What this distance has really done is allow them the opportunity to really come back together as family and not necessarily as colleagues. So it's really relaxed the pressure between the four of them.
Yeah, do you think that Meghan is now more confident as a royal and in her role?
I think so. I mean, she's got a year under her belt. It's been a huge year with tours and outings and a baby, a wedding, all of this. So she's got a lot of confidence. And of course, Kate, is a veteran mom of three now, more confidence we're seeing as well.
It's one of those things where it's kind of like, would everybody just hit the brakes? They've got to find their boundaries, right? Like they're in the heights of the scrutiny and everything else. We also just saw Meghan make her first red carpet appearance, the big Lion King premiere.
This is incredible.
Meeting Beyonce, man, that's a big moment that we've been mulling over quite a bit. What did they say to each other?
Yeah, so Queen meets Princess. Quite literally. So when Beyonce first met Meghan and they hugged, we spotted Beyonce saying "my princess," which was an incredible moment. And they talked babies. Beyonce called Archie so beautiful. Jay-Z even gave some parenting advice saying it's important to take time for yourself. So it was really cool to see the two couples come together and that already this bond between Beyonce and Meghan.
And why do you think it was so great to see Meghan back on the carpet in this Hollywood light?
Yeah, so it's been a few years now since she's been on the red carpet in this capacity, and now she's doing it with this whole other role that she's taken on. She's got Harry by her side. All of these celebrities now want to line up to meet her. She's the attraction.
Yeah, they've reunited with Elton John. She's seeing
Really big deal, right?
Yeah, it must have been a really
Elton
fun
John
time.
loved her shoes, commented on her sparkly shoes. So that's amazing moments for her.
Yeah.
I love all those connections. So
Yeah.
great.
Erin, thank you so much for joining us and for all the information. Thank you.
Good to talk to you. Guys, Jermaine Dupri has a new documentary coming out on WeTV, Power, Influence, and Hip Hop, The Remarkable Rise of So-So Def. Now, the doc has many revelations on his career and his personal life, including his relationship with Janet Jackson.
In the doc, Jermaine's good friend Debrat says she wishes he and Janet were still together. My guest co-host Dania Duchess and I asked Jermaine what he thought about that sentiment. Take a look.
Just watching people that I'm around, like, I'm thinking they thinking like me and they thinking differently. Like, oh, you still watching, I'm like, this girl is still thinking about this? Come on, stop. No. So, I mean, it's funny, but it's weird too a little bit.
Yeah? Well, do you still keep in touch with Janet?
Yeah, we cool.
Yeah. I mean, it seems
Look how
very...
y'all look when y'all start talking about this. Y'all don't even have no words. Y'all like,
We love
She got y'all all just stop talking and everything.
We just want it to happen. Get back together.
Yeah, guys, Debrat and Jermaine, they're pretty tight. He helped launch her career in the early 90s.
The doc also reveals that when Debrat went to prison, Jermaine decided not to visit her, and he told me why. Take a listen.
I didn't want to see her in that light. You know what I mean? I feel like the energy that you grab and hold sticks with you, and the energy that you put out, it sticks with you. And I felt like me seeing Brad in jail just was gonna put a bad taste in my mouth, and I was gonna start seeing her as that person. I spoke to her all the time, as much as she could call me, but going to see her, I just didn't, you know. I'm a guy that's like completely against funerals and jail and all that type of stuff. I'm not with that.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not going to my funeral.
Yeah, I think he'll be there. Another thing we're talking.
I think he'll be there. No, I won't. No, I won't be there.
He didn't want to go visit her.
Yeah, there you go. In Jermaine's early days, when he was trying to break out in the music industry, he collaborated with none other than Mariah Carey. The doc reveals that he, Debrat, and a few others went to work with Mariah in a recording studio located on the estate of Mariah's then-husband, record executive Tommy Mottola.
Now, Mariah states in the doc that she felt like a prisoner while on the estate and claims she was constantly watched by guards. The doc claims that one day, while Jermaine was recording, Mariah and Debrat left the estate and all hell broke loose. Jermaine reveals to me what he saw when he was there. Watch.
I'm just this guy, producer, just trying to get my music out, try to do what I'm doing. I didn't even know what we was walking into. But I felt it once I was there, when the little situation left and her and Brett, they left the house. I could feel like, man, what the hell is this? Like, I was looking around like, boy, we're somewhere else that I didn't know we were, you know. I felt like we was definitely in a situation. When they left, and I don't want to tell people, but you got to watch it. But yeah, when they left and they ran off from the house.
Wow, there's a lot to this. And Jermaine also reveals that he was with Notorious B.I.G. the night that he was shot and killed on March 9th, 1997 in L.A.
Yeah, it's a very wild story. He opened up to me about what Biggie's loss meant to him. Take a look.
Everybody was there. It was like a party, right? Everybody was at this after party in L.A. Me and Big, we just had a great relationship, so we was just talking before the party was over, and we was talking about going to this Outkast party. And one thing that Big was, you know, once you was his friend, he was just looking out for you always. And when we came outside, his truck pulled up, and my truck was I was still waiting for my truck, and he didn't want me to stand outside and wait till my car came. He wasn't gonna leave me just standing out there, so he was like, Joe, jump in. And as I was getting in, my truck pulled up. So it's like that moment, like it could have been, wow, like that type of situation.
How did you deal with that throughout the years?
Oh, no. I mean, it didn't bother me. Just Biggie leaving just was like crushing to me, though. You know what I mean? It was like somebody so talented, such a great heart, just to see that happen to them.
Right.
And
you know, through this music situation, it's crazy. It happened so fast, and because even like when the information came, I was pulling up to the Outkast party, and somebody called me and was like, yo, Biggie got it. And I'm like, no way, it can't be. It's not like, it's like something you ain't want to believe. And like I said, it happened so quick because everybody was actually moving at this one particular time.
Yeah.
So it's like, I can't get lost in that. I mean, I feel like, you know, I do know what business I'm in. And I do know that this business has a dark side and it has a hot side.
He has so many fascinating stories. It was just mesmerizing talking to him. And you guys, you can see more revelations from Jermaine's new doc, Power, Influence, and Hip Hop, The Remarkable Rise of So Def, when it premieres on WeTV July 18th at 10 p.m. Eastern. All right, watch this.
Oh, come on. I retweet someone throwing shade on you, on point, by the way, and the mayor's flack up and fires me? I know I hit you up when I see one.
It sounds like your itchy thumbs got you fired, not me.
She's back, everyone. Suits character Jessica Pearson is getting her very own Suits spin-off series called Pearson. The new political drama will follow Gina Torres' character, Jessica. She takes on Chicago as the right-hand fixer to the mayor.
Gina's here now to tell us all we need to know. Thank you for being here.
Hi, thank you.
By the way, one thing that I love about this character, even from Suits, and now, again, you got those zingers. Those one-liners that just drop it, right? I feel like you should just have a storage of those to pull out in real life.
I should. Wouldn't that be lovely if we all had that? You know, mostly like everybody else, I think 2 days later, I think the perfect response.
I could have said that.
Yes.
No, it wasn't that. It was your sticky fingers.
You get to live it out in this show, though.
Absolutely. The writers treat me very well. Yes.
Let's talk about this. You've played Jessica Pearson for years. This is someone you know well. Is she just part of you now? How does this feel as an actress, as a person?
You know, once you put those shoes back on, it all comes back. It's wonderful being associated with such an amazing woman, such an amazing character. And yes, some parts have rubbed off over the years.
Have you learned anything from her?
I've learned not to take any prisoners. Okay. Is what I've learned. But also to pick my battles and to go into battle prepared. That is the best advice that Jessica could give anybody, I guess.
Ooh, I'm scared.
Yeah, right? You should be.
Yeah, you should be scared. And you previously thought you were done with Jessica, after Suits, but then you were inspired by the 2016 election. So what was it about that inspired you to reprise this role?
Oh my God. You know, there's this, when I was watching CNN and I was watching, a lot of the feeds and how they refer to, the intelligence community refers to many of these people as actors and whether they're bad actors or good actors.
Oh,
and that just kind of caught my attention. And then the deeper I got in and I was watching this epic event just unfold and everybody that is involved in that, I just thought Jessica's just as big. Jessica's just as fierce. She's just as enigmatic in some ways. You don't quite know what her motivation is. And she can do a great deal of good and or damage in this arena. And so that's what I started thinking of. I started thinking of her in terms of how she would function in the political world.
How would she? Would she make a good president?
Well, we'll see.
Oh.
Maybe she make a good mayor.
Did playing Jessica kind of affect how you viewed the election and kind of change your mind on things? Or?
I think after so many years of playing Jessica and her character and how she fought so hard for her firm, how she fought so hard for her work family, how she blurred the lines of what was appropriate or inappropriate, and staying within the law is something that I saw people doing.
Well, and she fits, for all those reasons and so many more, she fits so well into this new arena that you put her in.
Yeah.
But let's compare Suits Jessica to Pearson Jessica.
Okay.
What are the major differences, if any, in terms of how she's operating and things that are different about her?
Right. I would say Suits Jessica is still very much intact. So for those lovers of Suits who fell in love with Jessica Pearson on Suits, she's there. She is just as badass as she's always been. The difference is you get to see more of her. You get to see what makes her tick. You get to see what makes her sad, what makes her happy, what her new goals are, because she really is in a transitional moment in her life. And she has a family that she never knew she had that she's trying to connect with. So it's more of her heart, it's more of her soul.
And in Suits, we had those love stories that emerged, those great, interesting relationships. Are we going to see that type of sort of scandalous drama as well?
Absolutely, absolutely. We want to entertain you.
Oh, yeah, it turns out you want an entertaining TV show. Great, good idea.
Absolutely, we want to do that. So it's complicated. these relationships are complicated. The world is complicated. Chicago as a city is complicated and is rife with all kinds of challenges. And so, yes, the people that are trying to run that city and make it work have complicated relationships.
I was going to say, Chicago, how does that affect the storytelling? Are you a big
It's
fan?
everything.
Yeah.
It's everything. It really is this kind of microcosm of what's happening in our world, in our country right now, and it's, a lot of fodder for good storytelling.
There is a lot of fodder coming out of Chicago,
Yeah.
for sure. Lots of political stuff. What are some of the political topics that the show will take on?
We take on socioeconomic disparity. We take on homelessness. We take on political corruption. We take on immigration. We're fitting it all in.
Okay. Yeah, like pulled from the headlines type stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Suits is airing its series finale tonight. Will Pearson see any of the original Suits members on? Who's most likely to make an appearance?
It just has to make sense, doesn't it? So we'll just have to wait and see. Those are little spoilers that I'm not giving up.
Okay.
The next one.
Nice try.
Yeah.
What can we do? Spoilers.
Watch the show.
Okay, we'll be watching. We'll be waiting. You may or may not know this. Your former Suits star Meghan Markle is now the Duchess of Sussex.
I'm sorry?
No. Yeah, I know. Probably missed it. You've been
Really?
working
I've
on this
been a
other.
little busy. It's true.
She's now
I've
a
heard
new
rumors.
She's now a new mom. You know her personally in a way that a lot of us don't. What kind of mom do you think she is?
She's a great mom.
Yeah.
I'm sure she'd be a great mom. This is a dream come true for her.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Have you been following along, or do you keep in touch?
I'm watching like everybody else is watching.
Yeah.
Cheering her on.
Kind of from a distance.
You have a 12-year-old daughter, so how does she feel about having her mom, lead this show?
She's proud of me. That's what she tells me. That's what she says. So I'm holding her to her word. It's exciting. It's an exciting time for everyone in the household. And if I can be an example of what it looks like to have your dreams come true, to make your dreams come true, then I'm happy.
And what a great role model that
Yes.
she has.
Yes.
That's incredible. Has she expressed an interest in acting? Would you even want her to go down that path?
She says she doesn't want to be an actress, but having said that, she loves being on the stage, and she's a natural performer, and she's incredibly talented. So it's really up to her.
It's up to her. Sounds like the road is being paved up. I think she's
It-
already got some interest,
know
right?
someone.
She might. She
Yeah,
might.
yeah.
And she does benefit from, both of her parents being in the industry, and she won't go into it blind. She spent a lot of time on sets with us, and she knows that it's work, and she knows that it's hard work.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Any chance of her on Pearson? I don't know. Maybe a
Don't
little
give her
walk
any
on.
ideas.
Could happen. All right, time for a game. You may have seen me pull out this crazy thing. Guilty or innocent, right? It's in honor of this new political drama, Pearson. We're going to ask you some questions. You just show us.
easy.
Are you
Yeah?
guilty of
Okay.
this or are you innocent of this?
All
You
right,
ready?
Okay.
All right, first one. Guilty or innocent of canceling plans to stay home and chill?
Guilty.
Yeah.
It's like a dream come true when that happens. Isn't that a great feeling?
It's so good. Oh God, just take off everything tight and pour
Yeah.
yourself a glass of wine and watch
you have a-
something absurd on
Yeah, what's your
television.
favorite thing to watch for Netflix and chill?
Oh God, well it's not light, that's for sure. Yeah, I gotta say, Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Obsessed.
So it's like kind of chill or kind of like, this is heavy.
Is this really happening?
Guilty or innocent of using bad language in front of your kid? Do you remember a moment where maybe like in the younger years where they ended up saying something that like, oh, that's definitely something I said?
Actually, that hasn't happened.
Okay.
But now she corrects me. Now, like she'll, because her ears are bigger, and I'll
There's
get
more reference.
And yes, and I'll get frustrated about something, and I'll say, oh, shiitake mushroom. Like, okay, got it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I don't know if you heard, it's World Emoji Day, so guilty or innocent of using too many emojis?
Oh no, I always use the absolutely appropriate amount of emojis.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So innocent of that. All right.
I don't have time. You
Yeah.
gotta look through. You gotta kind of get in there.
Yeah.
So whatever's in my recently,
Like this
little
one will do.
box, that'll
Yeah.
do. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Palm tree, fine.
Yeah.
Guilty or innocent of snacking in bed?
Oh God.
What's the snack of choice if you're lounging?
The snack of choice is it's usually Pepperidge Farm fish.
Whoa. Nice.
Just a little saltiness, just, you know.
Oh, the goldfish.
The goldfish.
Okay, yeah.
You were thinking just.
For a second, I thought like a plate was.
Cut it up.
Yeah, like, that is elaborate.
Okay.
Little,
That's more of a night snack.
I'll have a
Crackers.
salmon, please.
little salt.
bed.
Sometimes you just need something a little salty
Yeah.
and have it, get it out of the way.
All right, guilty or innocent of clapping back at trolls online?
Yeah, I don't.
You don't do it.
You don't engage.
I don't.
No time for
That's smart.
That is a good
Yeah.
piece of advice, just generally, like ignore that, right?
Yeah.
All right, almost done. Last one. Guilty or innocent of handling a sticky situation in real life as well as Jessica Pearson does on Pearson?
Ooh, I don't know if that's even humanly possible.
Because she's so clear and concise and able to.
Yes. I don't know if I'm the one to answer that question. You have to,
Like it's your daughter in here.
You might
get some
have
of
to
that.
ask somebody else to answer that.
All right.
I could say a humble.
Okay.
Something tells me the answer is yes.
I know.
You got this.
I think
you got it.
Gina, thank you so much for
Thank
stopping
you.
by.
That's good to
talk
Congrats
to
on
you.
everything.
Thank you.
Everyone, be sure to check out the series premiere of Pearson tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern Time on USA Network.
We will be watching, and we're taking one last look at our question of the day. In honor of World Emoji Day, which we just mentioned, we asked you to vote on your most used emoji.
Yeah, it looks like that one is taking the cake. The cry, laughy.
I'm going to say this is coming out of this fear of being misunderstood. Making it clear, I'm laughing.
You have a
It's
favorite
funny.
emoji that you use the most?
It's usually the rolling with laughter one.
Like the
laughing
side,
out,
the side
one.
side
Oh,
one.
that's one that
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Emoji
yeah.
twins
Love
there.
that. But
Right
you're
here.
right. It clears up a lot of, because you can't always get tone when you're
Yeah.
texting.
Kind of takes the place of LOL, Because you're like, haha, I'm joking. So
You
don't
like
take it too
you
serious.
like lols, LOLZ.
I do? I guess I do.
That's my experience has indicated. Yeah. Anyway,
Okay,
this is
we'll
really
be asking
fascinating.
you
isn't
question
it?
of the day tomorrow on People Now. So tune in for that.
Coming up tomorrow and next week, we're joined live by Jazz and Jake Smollett, who are transforming millennial spaces on their show Living by Design. They'll be here tomorrow.
Plus, we'll have more from Luann de Lesseps as she spills the tea on the Real Housewives of New York reunion drama. You don't want to miss it. Thanks for watching. For now, we leave you with one last thing from Nelly and Flo Rida.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Yo, what up? It's your man Nelly.
And I'm Flo Rida, and this is One Last Thing.
The last song that I listened to on repeat is funny because it was Walking in Memphis.
Walking in Memphis.
It's such a dope record, and I actually been singing it all day today, too.
Last song I listened to was Caribbean Queen. Yeah, because, it's like an 8-minute record, and I just put it on like 3 times just to jump rope for like 24 minutes.
The last great piece of advice. I was at the steakhouse back in St. Louis, and dude told me don't order the greens.
That's crazy.
It's just like, yo, trust me, don't get the greens this week. It ain't.